Hi guys, my name's Driz, and I'm making a mod tutorial today on, or a modding tutorial on setting up Intellij. And the reason I'm doing that is because someone asked me to do it, and so I'm gonna make this video, post it on my YouTube, and hopefully I help out more than just one person, but we'll see how it goes. So there's only really a few things you need to do to get IntelliJ set up because it's pretty intuitive. It actually does most of what it does on its own. So as you can see, I have a bunch of other mods here, but I'm going to make a completely new mod and just show you from scratch how it goes. So the first thing you want to do, a lot of the stuff I've already done, so I'm just going to show you basically where to go. So you want to go to the Forge website, and you want to make sure you go to 1.14.4 because that's the mod pack that I use, the version that I use. And so what you want to do is click on the MDK right here and download that MDK. And as you can see, I already have it downloaded, and it's right over here. And so what you want to do with this is you want to copy these files here into another folder like this. Bam. It's pretty simple. And then once they're in this folder here, some of these things aren't important, like the license and the README and the credits and the change log. Or sorry, the license is important. Sorry, the credits, the change log, the README, they're not that important. You don't really need to keep those, but for the purpose of this, we will. So what you want to do after you have this opened up is you want to open your IDE, which is, in this case, IntelliJ. So I have IntelliJ open here, and then you want to import a new project. And so as you can see, it was already set up onto another build Gradle, but that's basically what we're going to be opening here. So we're going to find the mod. My mod is called Chill Days mod. Click on it, and then you find the build.gradle, and then you open that. And once that build Gradle opens, what will actually happen is it will build your workspace for you. So it does take quite a while, and I am going to allow it to go through its process. Sometimes it's taken up to like 5 minutes. Oh, I don't know why it does that sometimes. Only does that here. Not 100% sure why, but it is what it is. All right. Perfect. And so what's going to happen now is it's going to build this this workspace, and then once that's done, it's actually going to index everything that's on here. So I'll give you an example of what's going on just while this is loading up. It's going to give you an example mod, which comes with a bunch of options here. It actually gives you examples of how to subscribe things. These are event subscribers. This is a block registry, for example. So it does give you examples of what to do. A lot of this stuff will have to be set up. A couple of things that you should know is that whatever's written in here, it says example mod inside your mods.toml file. Whatever's written in here has to be the same as what's written in the example mod.java, which is your main folder. So it has, or your main file, it has to be the exact same. So what I'll do here is I'll change this to chilled, oops, no caps, chilled days. And then the only way it'll work is if I change it here as well to chilled days. So a couple more things you need to know is that this only works on Java 8. It doesn't work on Java 11 or Java 10. I don't even think it works on Java 9, to be honest. So we just use Java 8. Most modders use Java 8. It's just easier. It's just easier to use. So there are a couple more things you do need to look at. So here you can add your main package file here to your group and your mod ID. But the most important thing is here, these are mappings. These things are really old. As you can see, it says 2019, 07, that's the month, and 19, that's what, like July or June even. No, it's July. And yeah, those are pretty old, so you can actually update them to whatever the day before today is, unless you are in Europe, in which case it will be the exact day that you're on. So my apologies there for my voice here. So I'm going to change this to 11:14. And I apply. And so once this is done updating, what'll happen is it'll build itself to the new mappings that I put up here, which is yesterday's mappings. So there is one more step to do after this to get it running, and it really isn't that much more. There are two ways to do it. You can do it in your terminal. There is a terminal here, which is pretty amazing. It lets you do almost anything that you can do from this tab. So this tab will bring you a bunch of options. The one that we're looking for is Gen IntelliJ runs, and what that'll do is it'll allow you to run, it'll allow you to build, just at a touch of a button in the add configuration section right here. So that's really all there is to it. I mean, there really isn't much more to this. So it is going to take a while for this to build. So you can always fast forward to the end of the video to the point where this has already been built. But for now, I'm just going to wait around and we'll see how it goes. This video is probably not going to be edited, so if you're waiting for some kind of magical time skip, it's not going to happen. I'm not really good at video editing software, so if you know how to video edit and you want to help me out, you're more than welcome to. Might as well plug my mods. I have a couple mods out, Foam Dome and Grass World. If you're interested in taking a look at them, Foam Dome is pretty popular. And Grass World has a lot of downloads, and it's also doing pretty good. Both of which have been updated recently, and they're pretty decent mods. I'm also working on a bunch of other stuff like Rope Bridge and Occult, which is another mod I'm working on. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, there it should be working its way soon. But from here, I will open the game and show you guys that it works, but it will work. I've done this, as you can like, even just on this one user I probably have like 5 or 6 of them, and on my other user I think I have like 40 or 50 mods. I'm a prolific mod writer, but I only release like I only have 3 release mods, so yeah. I'm slow going, but it's not a race. There's a pretty good chance this will be faster on your computer. My hard drive is not doing so good right now, and I corrupted a bit of my RAM the other day, so I've been having a rough time lately with this. So another place you can look at just to is MCP bot. This is where you find what mappings are. Oh, actually there is today's mappings, the 15th. So you can get today's today. This is when at 3 p.m. Eastern, or 3 a.m. sorry, Eastern Standard Time is when they're generated. So after 3 a.m. you should be able to get the same days. And it's always going to be on 1.14.3. There was really no point in changing this, I'm assuming, because the differences are so minimal. But basically, if after all of this, see it's indexing right now because it's done. So once all of this is done, as you can see, I got a tab here, got some tasks. I'm looking for runs, and I gen Intellij runs. And that brings up all of this stuff up here. And just to show you it's updating, I'm going to change this to 15. And then refresh my Gradle. And that will refresh it to whatever the current build is. It's actually pretty quick once you've done it before. So it shouldn't really take long to show you, but I can already show you that it works. So even though there's an X on run client, when I hit play, what it'll do is it'll actually ask me for a module, because that's what it doesn't have right now. And if you just pick main and you apply that and you run it, it will actually get rid of the X in the corner. And now your client should run pretty much every time, and it does pretty much build your mod almost every time. You can build it while you're in game, and you can reload your resources while you're in game. I'm just going to run it to make sure there's no errors, and then once that's done, that's pretty much it. Then you can just start modding. You can change all of this stuff. None of this has to stay the same. These things specifically, just this part here. The resources has to stay the same, but you can, there's a file system for that, which you can find through my other videos. But I suggest keeping your build Gradle updated. If you want to change your forge version, you can change your forge version just by changing the number. You don't have to like redo this every time. You just got to change it to like 91 if it's 91. Whatever the current forge version is right now, the current forge version is 90. But when it changes to something else, you can just change that number from 90 to whatever it is. That's pretty much it. As you can see, it's just building. It's just waiting for it to build. That's why. There we go. And just in case you're having an issue with this, you can actually run it just from here, and this will actually run it every time without having to select a module. And if you're looking to build, you just build right here. And like I said, all of these, all you got to do is type Gradle. Oh, build or gen Intellij runs. Oops. Like so. It's basically like this, so all written down the exact same way. You can also do run client. So if you're having issues, if this stuff doesn't appear, this is how you do it. This is how you find your way through. It should. The beauty of this is that it already has your mod here, so it just goes straight to your mod. There's no like messing around, right? I think making it build twice is a bad idea, but oh well. Let's just say I spent a lot of time loading. How long's this video? 14 minutes already. Maybe I'll just stop this for now. There we go. Ah, it is running now. See, look, there we go. Awesome. Load build, configure build. So once it starts filing through a bunch of stuff, then you know it's working. Not the most organized video in the world, but hey, you know what? Can't win them all, guys. Hopefully this helps someone, and if it doesn't, well, if I made any mistakes and you did catch me making mistakes, just let me know, and I will fix that. Dun, 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 dun. There we go, it's built. So it's built with the new mappings. As you can see, it's written right here. It's going to run with those mappings. It does take a while because it is caching for the first time, so when it goes through the first time, pretty much everything takes a while. At least for me it does. Some people might not be such an issue, but if your computer is slow, it will be worse than mine, because my computer is not that bad. Alright, let's just redo this real quick. There we go. See, it was running, but it was just stuck. So let's do this again. So usually, it's pretty quick. There we go. Bam. Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, clearly running it twice. So there you go. As you can see, it's loading up. It really would have already stopped itself by now because there's nothing in here. So if it wasn't working, it would have already said it wasn't working. So we'll just let it run through just to show you that the mod ID has changed, because that is an issue. It will actually stop if your mod ID is incorrect, and it will tell you that your mod ID in your mod toml is wrong if you've changed one and not the other. So if you have any issues, you can join my Discord if you have any problems, or add any of my mods. All the registries. Awesome. There we go. We're all loaded up. Pretty much if you can get to this point with nothing on there, it should always open up. If it doesn't open up, then there's a pretty good chance there's something wrong with your Minecraft files, which is probably not relevant to this. It's probably just maybe it built incorrectly or something like that, but there's really nothing that you can do to fix it. If it is not working after you get to this screen, I would just start over and try again. It could have just been built incorrectly by mistake. Bugs happen. Perfect. If you have any questions, please follow, subscribe, message me on Discord. Yeah, have a nice day, guys.